How's it going, everyone? Yo, your boy Corey here, aka Crasher, back with a new video, and ladies and gentlemen, in this video, we are going to be discussing a topic that is both very disgusting and very infuriating. We ourselves an article here from the Sportster titled, Lita claims WWE threatened to fire her if she didn't take part in live sex celebration. Oh my god, that is not a good look on WWE. Lita has revealed new details about her live sex celebration on Raw that don't paint WWE in a very good light if true. There are countless examples in TV shows, movies, music, and all forms of entertainment where we look back and think, damn, that wasn't okay. Tasteless jokes or white actors appearing in blackface. It feels like wrestling has a lot more examples of that than anything else. Yes, the Attitude Era was a boom period for wrestling, but a lot of what happened on screen really shouldn't have happened at all. And as someone who has been a fan/watcher of WWE for over 20 years, I can 150% attest to that statement right there. There was a lot of shit that happened in the past that aired on TV that had me shaking my head like, that wasn't a good idea. Why would you do that? That's not good shit. That's not cool. And this right here is a segment that definitely fits into one of those categories, especially now that we saw some new light shed on behind the scenes of this segment right here. Holy shit. Not everything suspect WWE did back then is confined to the Attitude Era. There was a period before Vince McMahon actively tried to make the product more PG that some very poor taste angles played out on TV. One of the most infamous is Edge and Lita's live sex celebration, which took place on Raw in 2006. Yeah, back in the 2006 days was the Ruthless Aggression Era, which was essentially a continuation of the Attitude Era, and there was still quite the amount of segments that was not okay, and especially when you factor in the way that they treated female talent back then versus how they treat them now. The differences are beyond vast. They're night and day differences. For those unfamiliar with the segment, Edge wanted to celebrate winning the world title by having sex with Lita in the middle of the ring. The two stripped down to their underwear and got in a bed. They were then interrupted by Ric Flair before anything more could happen. Edge has spoken about how McMahon wanted him to be naked under the covers. What? Oh my god, okay, wow. That went from 0 to 100 real quick when it came to that one thing right there. It's like, you wanted your talent to actually be naked on live TV? I mean, yeah, sure, they'd be under the covers, but, like, what? What? Seriously? But Lita has really never said much about her angle in the part. That was until this week during a stream on her official Twitch channel. Lita discussed the celebration and threw out some rather worrying allegations relating to how the whole thing came about. Apparently, she was very uncomfortable with having to do the angle, but when she approached higher-ups about her concerns, she was effectively told that her job was on the line. That if she didn't go through with it, she would be fired. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is beyond disgusting. And as someone that was actually a fan of Lita back when she was an active competitor, that definitely does not sit well with me. Like, fan of her or not, like, if it happened to any other female, I would be just as disgusted because you don't treat anyone like that. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? And especially for someone like Lita, who is actually one of the biggest trailblazers when it came to women's wrestling, you know, aside from Trish Stratus and all that stuff, like, and they treat her like this? Like, get the fuck out of here, man. That's just disgusting. Holy shit. Lita also revealed Edge and John Cena went to McMahon to fight her corner. However, the boss liked it so much that he refused to budge, having to do it affected Lita so much that she admitted during the stream that it contributed to her leaving the company later that year. Holy shit, so she was, you know, kind of driven out of the company because of this right here. That is, man, that is disturbing. That pisses me off. That really pisses me off. Even though she complied, WWE still took the opportunity to bury the Hall of Famer as soon as she was out the door, and yet WWE did that to her too. You know, one of the biggest examples of that would be at Survivor Series in 2006, where she had her final match, her retirement match versus Mickie James. When she lost, she was embarrassed by Crime Time. Now, of course, you know, Crime Time, I'm willing to bet that, you know, Vince McMahon had them by the balls too and be like, oh, you better go out and embarrass her the best way possible. If not, you're fired. Make sure it's some good shit. It's like, we knew that Vince McMahon, you know, like, as time went on, was getting more and more senile, but Jesus Christ, man, like, that is... Oh my god. Like, that's not okay. That's very, very much not okay. And if you were familiar with WWE back in the, you know, early 2000s, like late 90s, early 2000s, you would see how they would treat their female talent. Like, they treated them essentially just not good. Like, I can't even say really, like, how they treated them, like, without coming off as derogatory. That's how bad it is. That's how bad how they treated them back then versus how they treat them now. Finally, you know, women in the WWE aren't treated like sex toys or objects or something like that. You know what I mean? Wow. I feel really, really bad for Lita. I really do. Like, that is not okay. That's just really, really not okay. And... you know, it breaks my heart because as someone who has been a fan/watcher of WWE for over 20 years, seeing things like this just is really, really disturbing. And we know that WWE doesn't exactly have the best track record. I mean, look at what happened last year. I mean, the whole situation with them firing Zelina Vega over Twitch, and, you know, the same thing with Paige, you know, being in trouble with WWE because she didn't want to give up her Twitch and all that stuff. It's just... the whole Twitch debacle last year was an absolute mess. And this right here is a hot mess. Wow. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much all I have to say here about this situation. Holy shit. I am disgusted. Like, my stomach's actually starting to get a bit upset, like, you know, thinking about this because of just how badly they treated Lita. And even, you know, Edge and John Cena went to bat for her and they got shot down too, you know? Like, oh my god. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I've got to say. Thank you for watching. Have yourself a damn good one, guys. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.